Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Hi, it's Kirsten again. And I have a very special live today because I met someone and had a wonderful conversation with a person who apparently shares a large part of my brain. And this person happens to be a tall British CISO who has a beard like ZZ Top and is someone that I've never physically met in person, but I look forward to meeting. And his name is Chris Roberts. I came across a podcast that is just fantastic, which is a it's called WTF Did I Just Read? The Marketing and Tech podcast. And I'll put the link in the comments because StreamYard does not allow me to directly put the link into LinkedIn. I'm going to ask someone to do it for me because LinkedIn and StreamYard hate each other. Fun. That podcast has Danny Wolf and Chris Roberts, and it's brilliant and funny and irreverent and mouthy, and it's perfect. And it's a really great explanation of why marketing can be done wrong, especially when people are approaching someone who, is a very busy, very powerful person who doesn't really have time for this garbage. And they do it in a brain dead way, in just a very foolish way. He doesn't normally whack people. He will, he'll point out things people did wrong, but rarely ever does somebody get actually called out on the carpet unless they've done something really egregious, like putting yourself on somebody's calendar. That takes some stones. And please don't do that. So the conversation I had with Chris was I reached out to him. And if you look him up on LinkedIn, you'll notice that his profile specifically says researcher, hacker, and CISO at Boom Supersonic. Please remember rule number 1. Do not act incautiously when confronting small, bald, wrinkly, smiling men. So this tells you most of what you need to know about Chris's sense of humor, which is the same as mine. So I reached out to him and said, not pitching, not even a little. I want to pick your brain because I have offerings that I think would be really great for tech people, but I do not want to be that person. So would you be interested? Would you have time to talk with me about public speaking coaching specifically for tech leaders? And he said, yeah, I'll give you some time. And not only did he give me his time, which was unbelievably generous, but we started talking about what we both feel like is the basics that everybody in a leadership position and everybody moving into leadership really needs to know about presenting and public speaking. And he said, oh, I've got all these ideas and I put them all in this deck. And he pulled up this PowerPoint deck. And it was everything that I've been thinking and notes I've been making and little doodles I've been doing in my book with the same kind of jokes that I make, including some of the same comedy references. So apparently I share a lot of my brain with Chris. But here's the reason I'm coming on and talking about him today. He gave me the deck. He did all this work. He brain dumped all of his knowledge into this thing. And then he gave it to me and said, here, take it, use it, run with it. That information has to get on the world. Go do it. And I said, I will make sure I give you credit. He's like, I don't care about that. Get out there and do this. He gave me something that for him was just a brain dump, but incredibly valuable. And it matches and validates a lot of the things I've been thinking, which was really helpful for me. And the generosity was kind of mind-blowing. Now, I knew that he was a good guy because I'd been listening to him and Danny for a while, and I got a sense of who they are as people. But this was a really amazing thing. So entrepreneurs and leaders out there, folks who are trying to make a difference and get some things done, please do not give small amounts of credit. Please do not diminish the value that your gut feelings and your core beliefs have to others, because I fell into the SME trap, the subject matter expert trap, which is I wrote all these things down that he has in this deck, and I've had notes on them for ages. But I didn't cover a lot of them because I figured, well, yeah, I mean, it's everybody knows this stuff. And that's not true. And I couldn't get out of my own way from being somebody who does this for a living to see that these things are actually really important foundational steps. So the SME syndrome that I talk about a lot, which is when you're a true expert at something, it's hard to see it from a new perspective. You really need an outside set of eyes to help you do that. He did that for me. And you can do that for other people. So please give yourself the grace and the credit of knowing that whatever it is that you're core at, whatever drives you, even the little things that you know are just throwaway, if you brain dump those into a piece of paper or into a deck or something like that, and you share that with someone else who has the same vision, you could be doing them a huge solid. So please consider that. And boom, supersonic, you've got a fantastic CISO. He's amazing. He's a wonderful human being, and I'm very grateful. And I'm going to take the deck and I'm going to make a whole bunch of presenting and public speaking talks out of it. And I'm going to go around and look for the people who need that help, because Chris and I both happen to share the same vision, which is we really want people not to be struggling to get there. So that's today's talk. Share your wealth. It's always worth it. I'll see everybody later. And because I've been told that I haven't been as dynamic and as outgoing as I normally am in my normal life, I think that requires a yodeling pickle. Now it's a little loud, so I'm going to muffle it because my husband is upstairs and he's on a work call. So I hope they don't mind the yodeling pickle or the screaming goat. Both of these are very important work tools in my life. And I have thanked Emily D. Baker on YouTube about them. I will thank her again. You should have similar tools that help you get through your day. If you need a yodeling pickle, look on Amazon. Bye, everybody.